Off the Florida Keys, there's a place called
Guantanamo.
That's where you wanna go to get away from it all. That's where you wanna go. We gotta
Guantanamo.
get out to sea.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. The Secret Service lied to you in the worst possible way, and I think it's time to call them out and correct the record because we covered this story. And I want to begin by saying that I haven't really believed the official story of the Secret Service since they told us that it was sloped roofs that were too dangerous for us to put agents on the rooftops in Butler, Pennsylvania, where President Trump was put in a kill box in order to be murdered. I don't believe them. I won't believe the Secret Service until they come out with all of the information about the Butler shooting. Why did this near on-air execution happen? Why wasn't there somebody on those roofs? Like, really, let's be perfectly honest here, please, shall we? You lied to us. Of course it wasn't because of the sloped roofs. So I'm pretty much sick of being lied to by the Secret Service and Secret Service spokespeople. The person who's in charge of the Secret Service is Kristi Noem. Kristi Noem is actually in charge of the largest federal law enforcement agency because there are multiple law enforcement agencies under Department of Homeland Security, including FEMA and TSA and ICE, Border Patrol, Homeland Security Police, and so on and so forth. Anyway, the point is that, as we covered last week, Kristi Noem's purse was stolen. And it's not just like any purse. This was a very expensive purse with a lot of very important items in it, including Kristi Noem's medication, her security badge for DHS. I mean, like if this was a sophisticated operation, you could really get away with, a lot of bad stuff here. You have the Department of Homeland Security's badge, right? You could do bad things with this. But they made off with a ton of stuff. And this was very strange because we've traveled with Kristi Noem before, and we've seen what it's like to be inside the bubble, as they call it, with the Secret Service. I mean, she is phalanxed by a ton of agents at all times. This snatch and grab happened on Easter with her family inside of a DC restaurant in the middle of the day. And so you like, why were the agents so lax? Why was someone able to get right inside the bubble and then take a purse that had to have been very close to Kristi Noem? I mean, what woman leaves a purse with her driver's license, medication, house keys, passport, Department of Homeland Security badge, makeup bag, blank checks, and $3,000 in cash in it? It's not like Kristi Noem just like left this lying in the middle of the street. This must have been very near her person. How could this? I mean, this is a major threat to Kristi Noem. Let's just call it what it is. And a bad look, another black eye for the Secret Service. Why the hell weren't they protecting her? Kristi Noem goes to dangerous places. She's obviously fighting the good fight, and there's a lot of people that would like to see bad things happen to Kristi Noem. That's why she needs to be protected. She has the highest level of Secret Service detail, yet some petty thief was able to go steal from her. What do we know about the thief? After reviewing the restaurant security footage, Secret Service determined that Noem's bag was snatched by a white man in a medical mask who exited the restaurant. Got it? That's what all credible sources said. Okay, Kristi Noem, bag snatched by a white man. This right here, right up near the top, in the third paragraph of the CNN piece, okay, that we covered last week. Secret Service, which provides security for Noem, reviewed security camera footage at the Capitol Burger restaurant and saw an unknown white male wearing a medical mask steal her bag at the restaurant, law enforcement said. Got it. Thief got away with the driver's license, medication, apartment keys. I mean, listen, dude, this thief could have, if this was a sophisticated operation, I mean, the worst we said at the time, if this was a sophisticated, like, state actor, right? Somebody like a spy, you could have gotten into Kristi Noem's apartment. You could have maybe gotten into DHS or manipulated information at DHS, her makeup, you could have like replaced her medication. You could have done horrible things here. Okay. You hate to think about the dark things that could have happened here. What if they'd replaced her medication? What if they got her bag and they like replaced her medication with something that was far more nefarious and terrible? You just have to think of the worst possible scenario here. And the Secret Service clearly isn't doing that, right? Here's the photo of Kristi Noem and her entire family in DC. And this was at the restaurant before her bag was snatched. Her bag was taken here. Well, anyway, you'll be shocked to learn that the suspect was arrested for stealing the purse. Well, that's a good thing. You'll also be shocked to learn that he's not a white male. He's a criminal alien, in fact. He is someone who looks like this. Career criminal, jobless father of three, Mario Lavia targeted city workers in London bars, cafes, and restaurants. He was a pickpocket. Law enforcement source in D.C. confirmed that to me that the man accused of stealing Secretary Noem's purse is Mario Bustamante Livia. U.S. Attorney D.C. Ed Martin has said the man is in the U.S. illegally. Daily Mail article from 2015 says that he's a Chilean who stole wallets, computers, and phones in London. Got it. Okay. So was this just one of those mistaken identity situations where, like, again, what? Why go so far out of your way to say it was a white guy if you're not sure? First off, if you're not sure it was a white guy, you're gonna first off you're gonna like give the wrong information to people who are looking for the potential perpetrator, and then second off, is this out of wokeness? We see this happen all the time where people are booked who are not white but are listed as white inside of the federal prison system. Why does that happen? Well, potentially one interpretation of that is to mask the real numbers of who and what populations are committing crimes, including criminal aliens, right? Suspect arrested for alleged theft of Kristi Noem's bag containing $3,000 in cash. So everybody uncritically repeated that a white male stole from Kristi Noem, but now we know the actual truth. Will we get a retraction or an apology? Who made that decision for the Secret Service to make that statement? Because that was misinformation. Far be it for me to use their language against them. That was misinformation. It wasn't real. What they did wasn't real. Metropolitan Police Department, U.S. Secret Service, it could have prevented them from catching the right person, right? Like, aren't these things important? Like who the suspect was, like a description of the suspect? New York Post authorities still searching for a second suspect in connection to the incident. Okay. The two are both in the U.S. without authorization. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement is now involved in the case. The interim U.S. District Attorney Ed Martin said that there is no indication that Noem was targeted for her role at DHS. Okay, but she could have been. Either way, this person got within the bubble, right? It's very dangerous. The suspect in custody is scheduled to appear in court. So he's been nabbed. Are you even going to show? Are you going to show the photo? Nothing. Oh, okay. All right, got it. Noem told Fox News Digital, this is a career criminal who's in our country illegally for years. Thank you to the Secret Service and ICE and law enforcement partners for finding and arresting the criminal who stole my bag. But it would have been nice to not have had this happen in the first place. Unfortunately, so many families in this country have been made victims of the crime. That's why President Trump is working every single day these criminal aliens off the streets. Secret Service declined to confirm reports that the suspect was arrested. Got it. Secret Service do everything they possibly can to what? To do what? What do you stand to lose here? She's your boss. You should have protected her. Masked illegal immigrant, white guy. Yeah. Not the case. Again, it was in broad daylight in a very, very crowded area of DC. This is the DC Convention Center right here. It's right in the heart of town. It's not like this is some obscure dark corner of the world. An illegal alien was just arrested for theft. This won't be this won't turn out well for the criminal alien, clearly. But why did it happen in the first place? And why were we all misled? You were criminally illegal and you see a beautiful woman and you decide to snatch her purse only to find out that she's in charge of deporting criminal aliens. Meet Secretary Homeland Security, adios amigo. The ultimate FAFO waits when he goes to El Salvador for snatching Kristi Noem's purse. But you can't. I know. It's crazy. It should be happening in the first place. Kristi Noem says 2 leakers accused of disclosing ICE operations. There has been a leaking problem in DHS. They were using polygraphs. The only reason we know about this is because it leaked actually out of DHS and what has to be an operation to embarrass her. Anyway, the point is that this shouldn't have happened in the first place. And the Secret Service lied again, right? If you don't know that it's a white guy, don't say it's a white guy. If it was a white guy, great. Arrest the white guy. What I'm trying to say here is that that's misinformation. That's incorrect information that leads people down the wrong. If you're trying to help and search for this individual, this perpetrator, it's going to lead you down the wrong path. So why would you say it? Why would you come out conclusively and say it? Again, it's still here in print. At the very top of the CNN article, the Secret Service was thrilled to announce that it showed a white man wearing a medical mask steal her bag. Okay, well, that is literally fake news. It's your boy Benny, correcting the record. Hope the Secret Service does the same. See ya.